everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry, this is Big Boy, and we welcome you to another day of planty fun. Yeah, so today we are going to do an unboxing. It just came this morning, and I'm really excited because I'm excited because it's a plant, but I'm really excited that it's on time and I don't have to worry too much for it sitting out over Sunday. So today's Saturday the 8th, and it came USPS from California. I had them put a heat pack in it, so, and we've been kind of averaging the 20s or so lately, the last couple days, so I'm just happy that's here. Yeah. You gonna say hi to anybody? He's looking out the window. What else do I have? Yeah, so I plan on also, I'm going to be doing 2 repots as well. I forgot to bring it. I'm going to repot my Alocasia Frydek, which I mentioned in my last video how great she's doing since I got her away from the direct light under the grow lights. I mean, I've not ever had this many leaves before, and her base is getting bigger, so this is a good sign. This is a real good sign. But I want to get her out of this root pot. I feel like that she could do a lot better in something else, so we're going to do that. And the other thing which I forgot to bring is my small begonia, so I'll go get that and I'll be right back. I bought it at Native West. I think that's what it's called. Yes, Native West. It's in California. It's an Etsy shop, and I've bought from them before when I was buying cactuses. So can you guess what I'm unboxing today? That's right. And if you watched my last video, I told you what it was. So I'm not telling you, you'll just have to wait. So, yeah. Let's open it up and get to it. I told myself I was going to wait to buy any plants till spring, but I just couldn't. I needed to buy some, you know? I just had to fill that itch. And if you did watch my last video, you'll know that I ordered a seedling Anthurium King of Spades. Yeah, King of Spades, HU. Well, that fell through. I contacted them because I was thinking about adding to my order, and they told me that the one that I bought had root rot and that they were going to see if they could get another one. And I was like, oh, root rot, and why am I just hearing about this now, right? And what's really interesting is when I went back out to their site, just a curiosity, it was still out there for someone to buy. And I'm like, that's weird. So I'm not sure if they're an import type of Etsy shop. My guess is they probably are. But so I ended up getting a refund. I got a full refund, and I decided not to purchase from them. And I waited a little bit, and I decided to go to Cartel Down, and I made the purchase. So I am extremely excited and nervous at the same time. A lot of planty people, creators, have had really good luck with them, and then some have gotten some bad luck. So I know that one or two or all of them could be ruined when I get them, or they could be beautiful, and I'm hoping for the latter. So I don't know when that'll come in. It said that when I looked yesterday, they were shipping to the United States in 3 days. And so I guess they go in intervals. The ship goes out, and then it goes to our hub, and then from the hub, they send it to us directly. So I'm probably gonna get it anywhere late February, early March is my guess. Okay. Delivery plant care. Yeah. Carefully remove your plant from the protective sleeves, taking care to avoid damaging any upright or protruding leaves and stems. Inspect the plants for any damage, such as broken stems or bent leaves. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So, I need gloves. I'm really wishing I didn't get rid of my cactuses. We do that though, don't we, as plant people? Oh, that's nice. They wrapped it up. This is the heat pack, so they wrapped it in here. Still nice and warm. Let me take these off. I don't think I need them yet. So I used to have this plant. I had 2 of them. Brand new cactus person here, and I remember the first one gave me a flower. It was the most beautiful flower. If I have a picture, I'll put it up on camera. It was the most beautiful flower I've ever seen, and it was on a cactus. Look at that. He's beautiful. If you don't know what he is, it's a rainbow hedgehog. Absolutely adore this plant. So it came in a 4-inch pot. And I plan on putting it in a, what did I say? 6-inch, I think, but that might be too big. I can't see. Let me. See if I can get you on. No, he wants my face. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had 2 of these. One of them lost its color. It was real pale. I'm not sure if that happens as they get older. Anyone who is on here can tell me if they do. and the other one ended up with scale, and I was really bumming about that. So those of you that know me well, I don't tolerate bugs, and I couldn't get it off no matter the treatment, so I tossed it. So I'm really hoping and praying this one works out. They're so cute. And this this company that I bought from, which I got, it was from Etsy, they have really good cacti and succulents, so check them out. And they have really big sizes as well. They had a bigger one than this, but I didn't want a big one. I'm so happy with this. Look at the color on that. I'm gonna put my little light on here so you guys can see if I can figure it out. Okay. Maybe you can see it better now. Isn't it adorable? Look at the color on that. It's perfect. Now here's the thing. If you all remember what spawned me, this is the one cactus that I kept, and I went and got this pot. And I have videos of that. If you haven't seen them, they're on my channel. If I remember, I'll hook them on here. But this is the one cactus I had left. This is the Mammillaria old lady cactus, and I just love her. Now she's lost her flowers that she had up there, but they look to still be present, except that they're closed right now. They're real tiny. I don't know if you can see them, but they're little pink petals. I can see them, but I think that she's just waiting. And honestly, I think she's grown some since I potted her in this pot. But I say all that because I went and got this same pot, and I'm going to put this one in the pond just like she is. Pond, and instead of perlite, I'm going to use my pumice. And when I look at the two together though, I think that pot's way too big, but I'm still gonna do it because that's what I wanna do. And it's no problem with, I'm not going to be overwatering this. You really can't overwater in pond when there's no reservoir. And cactuses don't get watered. This one, I don't water this one except, I think I'm on a schedule right now of every 10 days. And that's really a lot, but I was a little concerned because of the pond. Or the grit, I'll just call it grit, stone and pumice. So I don't know, maybe 10 days could be too much, but she doesn't get that much. We'll see. I hope she'll be okay. So yeah, so I went out and bought this a couple days ago, and I was glad to see they still had them. So this is a 6-inch round. It's a 4.5 inch tall. That's perfect for cactuses, in my opinion. So it'll look like that when we're done. Maybe like that. I'm really trying really hard to not say and so. Just saying, really trying hard. But I actually do that not recording. So Oh, see? Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's not at all pokey like she is. Not at all pokey, but at the same time, I'm still gonna wear my gloves. I've been seeing a lot of comments on other people's channels that they like long content. And it's so funny because I'm thinking to myself, I have a long content. Come see me, come watch. But you can't do that on other people's channel. It's not about you. But it is tempting, I will say. Very fine, very fine. It's very fine roots, guys. I almost think that, let's just do this. Don't want it touched too much. If you have any cacti advice, let me know. I have heard that you should give them a higher, is it phosphorus, phosphate fertilizer? So, but I'm not really convinced that we have to do that. But I do have it. I actually have been given this one, what all my anthuriums and all of my other plants have, 20-20-20, and she seems to be fine. So I may have to rethink using the grit here. I think I'm gonna do is try to wash this out. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't want, I think the water will loosen this up and it'll just kind of fall off without me having to do anything. Let me go get some water. Move. Probably should have just put it in dirt, is what I'm thinking. I can't get all the dirt off, I think that's fine. Because again, it's not going to be soaked like your semi-hydro. But I want to get as much of this dirt off as I can. All I'm doing here is gently pressing the dirt as in, you know, through the root system very gently rather than using my fingers. Just trying to loosen up this hard dirt. Another reason I don't like succulent soil is because it's such a high content, I guess, of peat moss or something. I can't think of the word, but it doesn't soak up water well after a while. Yeah, I think this is good. It's loosened up pretty well. Probably good enough. I think this is good enough. It's good roots. All right. See, there I go again. I think I put perlite chunks at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. Did I put a screen underneath? I did. All right. Under screen. It's just these. Maybe I'll try doing this today, soldering. I've been wanting to do that. You all like long content? Let's find out. All right. So this This is down here. Where'd my, oh. Put that like that. I have one extra bowl left. And I'm going to mix the grit and my pumice. This is a 1/4 of an inch horticultural pumice, and it's by Bonsai Jack. I've had this a long time. I don't know why I don't use it. It's good, it's nice. And put our little friend in. Honestly, I'm thinking about cutting some of this. I know we don't have to keep all the roots. Ones that are clumped together. I think that's good. This is what we look like. Spread the roots out a little. I want to ruin my nails. So one thing I do know, or what I remember, is how long they can get. So I'll have to keep an eye out for the body getting too long for this pot. Make some more. I don't think I need to worry about pumice at this point. I just wanted that mainly for the roots. Why do they call this pond? I never understood that. Is it just stones? Or not stone, I guess, but lava rocks and a whole bunch of nice little things. I'll have to look that up. I honestly think that cactuses would be much happier in something like this than that dirt that was in. There she is. But you have to be careful though. The thing is, at least with a glazed pot versus what I did before is I used terracotta pots all the time with all of my cactuses, which is fine because these are safer than these. All the water gets sucked up mostly by the clay, where this won't suck it up because it's glazed. But that's why I feel like that this is a safer route by using all of these pond, and you still have to worry about the drainage, which is why I put all the big perlite at the bottom. So I think that this will be okay. I sure hope so, because he's so cute. Look at it. The flowers on these are amazing when they come out. And this one won't, I think it's too young, but if it doesn't get enough sun, or sun/light under my Soltec light, then it probably won't flower. Like this one's having a hard time keeping flowers out, but we'll see. So here are my two cactuses. I think they're so cute. My favorite of all time. So, all right. Good stuff. So I'm going to clean up real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll tackle the others. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to upsize my Begonia Ice, I think is what it's called. I'll put some pictures up here of what it looked like when I first bought it from the Green Escape. And as you can see now, how full it is. And what did I end up doing was, because it was just, you can see in here these two thicker stems was the plant that I bought. And as it would grow, it was just really thin, and I wasn't interested in just thin. I wanted full. So what did I end up doing is cutting them down to pretty much I would say I cut it down. Where did I cut it? Can I see it? I think it's grown out. But you can see kind of like, maybe not. I'm afraid to. Right there, right here is where I cut it. And then I cut that in half and stuck the two. So this was, I stuck in the dirt, and then this one here, I stuck in the dirt and they grew roots. I ended up putting it in the case. I have one of these, 3 of these humidity cases, and I put this one in for a long time. I think it was just recently where it now lives in ambient altogether, but I'm having to water it every 3 days, which is kind of getting on my nerves. So I'm going to up-pot it so it can at least go 6 days without being dried out. That's what we're going to do now. This is, I have it written down. I know this is a 6-inch, so this must be a 4-inch. This is a 2-inch. I'm gonna get my measuring, because this drives me crazy. I'm gonna buy a new one, a measuring tape for my plant case. That way I don't have to guess anymore. You just lay right here. I brought his little bed out. Yeah, I'll show you he's comfortable. You can lay with me. Shishi. Shishi, we don't need you, Kate. We just want to do our stuff. All right. This is what happens when you have dogs and you're old, your skin is thin. She jumped up on me. He's laying in his bed. I don't know for how long though, since it's out of character. It's not in the right spot. All right, sorry guys. Okay. So let's see what we got. All right, it is a 4-inch. Yeah, 4x4. So this is definitely a 2-inch. Yeah. Is it? I can't, I guess it doesn't really matter. No. Wait, something's not right, guys. This says a 4-inch. What did I do wrong? Because these are not 4 inches. Okay, so this is 4.5. I'm very confused. I guess I never knew what I was buying. Is there much different? There's a big difference, I feel like, between these. I mean, look. You put that inside of this. I don't know. Who knows, you know? I never really check and verify when I get them. I just use them. Okay. Oh, he is using his bed. Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? He's right in front of me. He just wanted to be by his mommy while she's down here on the floor. So precious. I need to keep looking at my mic to make sure it's not messed up. Oh, this is I brought this in. This is the fertilizer that I was using for my cactuses. It is a 1-3-1. Nitrogen 0.10%, 0.10, nitrogen 0.88, and water soluble not nitrogen 0.88, water insoluble nitrogen 0.02%, phosphate is 3%, soluble potash 1%, calcium 1%. I didn't know this had calcium. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is that what I should use for my cactuses? Or is my 20-20-20 enough? I think it's fine. So I still need to uppot my big ones back here, but the leaves are coming out like a dime a dozen. Oh, my nose. That's better. Oh, okay. So this mix I know is good. I don't need to worry about getting anything off the roots. And I need to be very gentle. It hasn't been long since I potted them in my new ones. But I'll check this out here if I can get it over there. These roots look really good. I'm wondering something. It smells a little like mollies, but I can't swear to it. See, can you guys see the roots? I don't know if you can, but they're dark, but they're real so fine. See them? Might as well put my Repot balls back in here. Yeah, I was real excited when she started growing and my propagations were actually working, because I didn't think that they would, but it's all about humidity when it comes to growing. It really is. At least the new seedlings and stuff. I now get it. I have been putting her also in a pot, cash pot, and putting water at the bottom of it, and then it evaporates up into the bottom of these holes, which has helped also keep her a little bit more humid around the roots since I took her out of the humidity case. have some mix already put together, but want to add more. I think I'm going to add pumice. I think I'm going to start using pumice like Benji does. I don't like that perlite floating to the top all the time. I know it's following me, but aren't the plants pretty? When I have it down looking at what I'm doing all the time, you can't see my pretty plants. A little more. I'm going more. My mix is going to become more pumice or perlite now, less tree fern, less tree fern, less peat moss filled, because I think it's better for the roots. But I'm not going to do like I did with my cactus with them. They need their, they love this stuff. I just want more grit in the mix so they can breathe. And speaking of breathing, my husband was a little concerned about me using the soldering iron. He's here and he watches all my videos, so he knows what I'm saying right now. But he wants me to wait. He wants me to practice, and then practice out on cement, not in the house. So I'll do that. So I'll wait till whenever. If I really have to try to, if I really want my big plants into pots with slits, I'll probably just suck it up, put a coat on, and go sit in the garage and do it at some point, because those guys need to be potted up soon, very soon. I lost my pal. I knew it wouldn't take very long. This isn't his sleeping ground. His sister called him in the other room. So a lot of people are using, I think it's called All Pro HD mix, and it's already got all the perlite in it, and I guess, I don't know what kind of dirt it is, but a lot of people swear by it, and they like using it because then they don't have to buy the tree fern, which is very expensive. They don't have to buy the individual packages like I have here, the perlite, the leca, but if you want uneven substrate or extra perlite, you still have to buy that kind of stuff. So I'm actually thinking of trying it, but I know it would be cheaper than buying the tree fern, but honestly, it's not that bad if you don't buy huge amounts of it all the time, and it's not like I do. Now, when I was buying all these plants, yeah, you know, all my up pots that I have to do, I just bought 2 bags of it, but I haven't opened them yet. And I may have to today, depending on how much we have to use for her. So I don't know if it's worth it. not, but it does sound kind of nice to just have like one bag of something and then one bag of pumice to add into it or whatever you want to use. So, all right. So here she is. Now, if I put her down in here like this is where we're at. So I'm gonna put some, I think this is a good size. Should I put her in something bigger? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that would be too big. This is a 5-inch. 5-inch would actually probably be really good. This is fine. This is 4.5. If I measured it right, it's 4.5. Since this is out, I'm just curious. Let's do this. Yeah, see, look. Guys, this says 4 inches. Can you see that? It's kind of got a glare. 4 inches. I'm sorry, but that's a 1/2 inch. That just doesn't seem right. I don't know if we can. There's a huge difference here. I'm really confused. This is 4 inches tall. This is 3 inches tall. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh well. And it gives her about 1/2 inch more and at least 1.5 inches more at the bottom. I think that's good. All right, I'm gonna move you guys down. It's not hooking onto my plant. Well, in a second. Nope. Still wants this tacking my face. Drives me nuts. I mean, it's the right thing for a gimbal to do, but when you want to have it move down and not on your face, but still work and track you, you want it to work. Nope, it found me again. Oh well. I'll just come up to you. This is going to be tricky anyways for me because these leaves, I don't want to hurt the leaves. The very begonia leaves are fragile, I'll say. Heaven forbid if you get water on them. I've heard people like taking them to showers and I'm like, what? How do they survive? I've heard, I don't let water touch the leaves of mine. Do you? Do you guys have any? Really difficult. If it was in a bigger pot, it'd be a lot easier, but I just don't think bigger is better for this right now. Really bigger is for anthuriums. So what I'm doing here is just trying to get it filled in on the sides. Because there's about, like I said, ½ an inch. You guys bought from Green Escape. I don't think I'll buy from them again. I was really disappointed in this. My other begonia that I bought, which I believe was the Crackling Rose, which I have, which is beautiful, but it's not from them. I got it from our nursery here in town. That one died. I didn't realize, I mean, those seeds, it was just so fragile. I'm surprised this one survived, but I was lucky. At least one out of the two did. Nope, I see some gaps in there. I need not my knitting one, but there we go. I need my thinner to get this dirt down. Fill in some gaps. Squeeze it a little bit. It's another reason why I like the plastic pots so much, because I can do this. You have no clue when you can't see in your pot how much gaps you have in the pot, which kind of worries me a lot about my Monstera Peru and my Scindapsus. Because they're both in terracotta, because I didn't have 8-inch pots at the time to put them in. And they're doing so fantastic right now. So they must be happy. I really don't want to repot them just because of that. The growth on them are phenomenal. I have fallen in love with the hanging plants, by the way. At least with these two. I am considering possibly buying a philodendron micans. Thinking about that. the right one shows up, I might. Got it, but this still looks like there's a gap. I want to be careful because those roots, you know, they're so thin. And they were on the outside of that root ball, so just want to be careful. That's all I need. There she is. It's looking for my face, guys. It's looking for my face. Can't see me. So beautiful. Yeah, so 2 down, 1 to go. All right, I gotta stretch my leg. This was a long week. I was so glad when Friday was here yesterday. I'm gonna need to show you some new growth coming in. So exciting. How do you guys feel about that? So for me, I like videos. I like chatty videos. I like non-chatty videos. I like this. I'm not a fan of, well, it's top 10. I'm not a fan of favorites. I'm not a fan of structure. I'm just not, which is funny because I feel like every day is structure for me. And yeah, I like being able to sit down in front of the video and just have a plan. My plan was for these 3 plants, unboxing, repotting, and then whatever comes. But sometimes I feel like that viewers don't like that they want to know up front what you're going to do and be done with it. But if you start adding things on or showing growth at the end, they don't usually stay. So I'd like your input. Let me know what you prefer. This is about you, not about me. Although I do watch my own videos multiple times, a lot more than you all do. When you edit, you not only do the video, when you edit the video, you watch it at least 4 times because you have to edit it out and make it right. Make sure you got your sound, your quality, whatever it is that you want working. And then when it goes up, I have to watch it again because I like it. I'm my own best, well, other than my husband, I'm my own best viewer. Now, I'm fairly confident that this plant is using mollies and I don't want it, so I don't plan on saving it. Not that there's anything wrong with mollies, by the way. It's just that's not my substrate that I like anymore since I've made my own. something else I noticed with these cups, and this was just the other day. Check out the inside. So see these marks right here? That's not dirt. And then there's some more over here. Now that's dirt in there, but they look, what it looks like to me is like mold right around in here. I don't know if it is, but I don't want to use it. So I'm done with these pots. I have one left that I'm using, and I'll probably, well, I could repot her today too. Why not? I'm in a repotting mode. And I love these. These, excellent. If they were taller, if they were wider, I would have all my plants in these, and then just have a reservoir for it. Good. They love this stuff. They love the air. They just love the air. And I could always pot it back up in there and just not use the outer one. Yeah, it's good stuff here. It's happy. So this leaf isn't fully out yet. I'm probably messing that up as we speak. There's not much, really there's not much dirt in here, which is probably why it's not happy. It could be a lot happier. All right, where'd my, there it is. All right, I'm lowering it down, if it likes it or not. Okay, there we go. There's really nothing wrong with this mix, but it may not be Molly's. I just don't remember. Doesn't look like Molly's, to be perfectly honest. It looks more like my stuff. Just kind of want to gently get some of this off. See what I'm dealing with here. Is there some root rot somewhere here? I see some root rot right here. Yeah, guys, I think we're gonna repot that other one too while we're at it. I owe you something long. I said it earlier. Well, it's probably, so since this is a future video and the one I just edited hasn't come out yet, hasn't come out yet, but I will tell you, it's 2.5 hours long, so should be long enough for you guys. And it was repot of my Monstera, baby Monstera. believe I did another one too. Yeah, a black velvet. Actually, this looks really healthy. All white roots, or at least most of them. See, I smell, I mean, obviously you're gonna smell stuff, but when you smell something, it's always a question, is it rot or is it just fresh, wet dirt? Because I watered it maybe 4 days ago. There's some rot right there. There's my scissors. This is the best this plant's looked since I bought it almost a year ago in April. It's never had this many leaves before, and I think it's all has to do with the light. Makes me want to, I turned the lights down on the alocasia table, but they still get more light than where this one is. This one's up on a shelf, not directly under a light. So that's why it looks like this. It's reaching for the light. But it's happy, that's all I care about. Yeah, these are nice white roots. I think we're in good shape here. So you see these. All right. Now, is this good enough? I think this is good enough. May even be a little small, but alocasias aren't very picky. I think that's fine. Now, honestly, I could go back into that, but I'm not going to do it. It needs the wider at the bottom, I think. She's gonna be happy in here. There's a new growth point coming out too. Let me show you. See him right there, that little hump. back's starting to hurt. Be a lot easier on a normal table. That's good enough. One thing I haven't been doing is putting my grid on top. I think I will on this one. I think the bigger one, planters, are so much easier to do that with, but too many leaves, I don't deal with that anymore. It just becomes a waste of money. Yeah, I want my, so that, really good roots. Makes me happy. Maybe now she'll start growing more nicely for me. I think if I would have done it over, I would have bought 2 of them, so I had more oomph. I don't know if one plant of an Alocasia plant, Alocasia Frydek, is enough to make a beautiful plant. I don't know. I'm wondering if most people buy multiples to get that beautiful bush that they have. Did I tell you that the cactus was only in the box 3 days? It came USPS priority mail, I think, which is their standard. And I was really pleased how quickly it got here. So happy. And I'm very happy this little guy's in my possession. He is so adorable. I can't stop looking at him. Look at the cute little pink head. I hope he does okay in here. Okay, I just side railed. All right. So we are done with this one. Definitely gonna have to have more dirt for this next one, guys. Oh, I wanted to show you. So I cleaned this out specifically to see if I could put this one inside of it. But I think it's gonna drop down there and I don't want that. I don't know, I'm afraid to let go. I think it'd be too hard to get it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But this is a nice 5-inch terracotta pot. Won't be using it. All right, I'll be back. All right, so here she is. This is the Alocasia Nairobi Knight. The one I talk about a lot. This is the leaf that's on my shirt, not the one I'm wearing, but the one I wear a lot on my videos. This is my guess. So I potted up all of the alocasias in these pots last summer. And I have a video on that if you want to look at it. And what I've noticed is, first, the growth was pretty quick. The growth on my other alocasias seemed to really take off, but then it stopped. These 3 or whatever they are, I think one's probably a flower or both are flower, I have no clue, but they have been sitting in here since the summer with nothing, no growth. They've grown a little bit, but not much. So my hypothesis is it doesn't like this pot, or it wants to be in something deeper. Do you see how big this thing is? And I'm just wondering, first, I don't know, the roots are coming out at the side, or I see one and it's soggy. Here, there's that soggy root I'm talking about here, right there. If I can touch it. Yeah, see it? So what I think's happening is it's just stuck. It's not happy where we're at. So we're gonna get it out, and I brought a tall clear pot. It's not tall, but it is taller than what it's in. This is an 8-inch by 8. This is an 8-inch but the difference is it doesn't get to grow down into the gully there. Or it may be, and I just don't know it, so we'll see. But when you pot these up, they don't want you to put them at the bottom because that's where the water sits. So we'll do that. I felt like a 9-inch was too big for it, or a 10-inch was too big, but it might be a bigger one. We'll just find out. Still pretty wet because the reservoir had water in it. I don't water this plant except every 15 days. It's been the easiest plant that I own, aside from my cactus. And that was even before I put it in this pot. I had it in an 8-inch terracotta pot, and it wasn't watered every 15 days. Missy is in here, and she doesn't like her brother in here. He's back in here laying down because I told him he needed to come back. She doesn't like it. Very bad. My mom, or my parents, called my brother and I Sissy and Bubby growing up, and now I'm calling these two that. So I need to gently, well, I can't do that with it. I need more tools, guys. This thing keeps coming off. I need to loosen this up some. Again, I don't know what mix this is, but it looks like cocoa core, which is not mine. It's Molly's. So I really want to get this off. I kind of let the that one, this one go mainly because their roots are so fine. I didn't see Molly's in it, but I can't swear to it. Typically, it's easy to tell though when it's cocoa core or Molly's because they have these leca balls all up in here, and I don't do that. Typically ever mix that in. It's a Molly's thing. This thing has another growth point. I'm wondering, guys, if it's just so big. I don't know. This is the biggest alocasia I've ever owned. It's the first one I ever owned. It's the best one I've ever owned. Hi, Blotch. He's on guard. He's watching his sister. Oh, I see white roots. Again, it's all about this breathing. This thing is the best. I really hate having to take them out of it, but I just feel like that's the best thing. This is what we look like, guys. Nice white roots. Some nasty ones back here, I think. Molly's definitely had the smell to it. It has a lot of good stuff in it that mine doesn't. is it worm castings? It has mycorrhizin already in it. Where mine, I have to add mycorrhizin, which I've forgotten to do this whole repot video as usual. So I'll have to water it in. I don't use worm castings, but I do fertilize every watering. What's really nice is I've seen no gnats flying out of any of them. That means my BTI solution's working. I know it's working. That's why I do it every watering. But summer's coming and heat brings bugs. Hopefully just gnats. I'm not interested in any of that other stuff. These things are just horrid. I think, you know, the more I watch other YouTubers, I really think a lot of the culprit of mealies, flat mites, what else? Thrips. This is just hypothetical, guys. Hypothetical. I have less plants than probably any YouTuber that's videoing. I think that has a big part of why other people have bug problems. So they have too many plants. So I have to keep that in mind. I see no corms. I've gotten one corm from this before and grew it and gave it to my mom, but I see no corms at all so far. What was I saying? Oh, another thing, when I see y'all use cases, you have beautiful lighted cases where you put your plants. I think to myself, that is a breeding house for bugs, which is why I don't have any. I think they look nice, but there's a problem with it. You have a greenhouse in your house, and I'm just like, I don't know, it just feels like that could be a big problem. So maybe consider that before buying yourself an IKEA cabinet or whatnot, as to that could possibly be the reason why so many YouTubers have that problem. I am making a mess, as usual. So I need a new bucket. It's full up. Put this here. Put this here. I feel like I just saw something, but I think it was just my vision and not an gnat. But it's possible. It's a lot of wet dirt here. Not dirt. Mollies. I almost feel like this plant needs to be pruned. This is the original baby of the plant, and I almost feel like maybe I need to prune him off, but he still looks fine. No? really does kind of stink. So yeah, keep that in mind as you're on your plant journey. I just think that when you have lack of air, too much humidity in an enclosed spot like a case or cabinet, and it's hot because of the lights, you're just going to be prone to having or start possibly getting the bugs. Just not to say you wouldn't, like for me out here, obviously that can happen at any time, but knock on wood, so far it hasn't. These roots are so thick. Well, it's just bushy because of the age, you know. It's been growing a long time. I'm really surprised there's no corms though. Might come across one here somewhere, but most of it's just been perlite chunks. And if there's no corms, makes you wonder, it's trying to expend its energy on this middle part here. It's probably flowers. I really would like it not to do that. Can alocasias be planted down like anthurium can? You know, like I'd really love to get this all the way under dirt, but I don't know if they're allowed to do that, or they have to sit on top of dirt. And I did kind of bury my other one a little bit. See the stem. It's a healthy plant, guys. Really happy about that. I really got a good one here. I just wish he'd grow more leaves. This is some yucky. Is that soft? No, it's not soft. I don't see really any rot at all on this plant. is. You see the size of that stem, guys? Look at that thing. It's a whole new plant in there. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know, if I cut that off, what's that good does that do? Well, for one, oh, my legs. Oh, for one, it would allow me to get it down deeper in here, which I like. I want to get it down to like that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. You've been good. It's neat how far we come as plant parents. You just have to do what you have to do. What's scary is my next section. No, this is the next step. So this leaf here, get this down. This leaf here is the next section as the oldest leaf. But I'm going to keep it. Yeah. All right, put him in here. I think he's good enough. I'm gonna go get some Myco. Put it on him. And I'm going to toss this dirt out, and I'll be back. There they are. They're gonna play for a while. And it's a big circle through the kitchen, through the family room, through the hallway, and then through here. And they love running around in the circle. I just love these plants. Oh, I wanted to show you this beauty. I need to be very careful because I am weaker than I think. All right, look at this. Look at this beautiful Begonia maculata. Guys, she is stunning. I love her very much. And so does my husband. He doesn't love her, but it's his favorite. Look how long it is. So I can't show you anything really because she's just too big, but I have two trellises in here, and I have her hooked up to those. But it's starting to not be enough. She's hanging over a lot over here. So I'm going to need to work on that, and I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it. But I have all this new growth that she's just inside of here that you can't see. It's just beautiful. I just wanted to show you that because it doesn't get shown much since she's in the kitchen. It's the only plant I have in the other rooms. You might think that's odd. That is odd. But I kind of like all my plants in here. I don't know. I think because of the grow lights. I don't want the grow lights all over my house. This is just a perfect place for them. Okay, everybody settled down now. Yeah, that's just a beautiful plant. So pretty. Oh yeah, Mako, I remembered it. I had to get up twice. Forgot it. I still think that's what's happening here, guys. I'm wondering if these plants are supposed to grow in so many generations. Generation 1, Generation 2, and then this is Generation 3. How is this supposed to live? Well, I guess the same way as this one has. It's supposed to come up through here and produce leaves, but I don't know if it will. You guys let me know. What am I missing? All right, so I am going to put Alocasia bowls down there. Don't, these little crumbs. My mat's underneath here. Makes it really nice. Too much in there. What I plan on doing is I had extra, and I need to go back to Lowe's and get some more of these little reservoir cups, which I'm gonna put this one in, it's perfect size, and this one. That way I can keep them in a little more water that they're used, so they can enjoy that. And then I also have one for this one. What am I looking for? I am looking for my brain. All right, here. I need to make more because that's not going to make it. So the question is, where do I have everything? Put that back outside. This is all the tree fern I have left, but guys, it's lasted me the last 6 months. Maybe that's too much. I'd say maybe at least 4 months this bag's lasted me. That's why I had all of it. dusty. Turn this fan over here. Blow that dirt away. Ugh. Does this help? Yeah. Just need to get you guys at a good level so you can see everything. Me, the plants, and what I'm doing. Little fan. I only have it on low, so it's helping though. I think it's blowing it the other direction. I keep that fan on all the time for circulation of air, even though it's winter time, it's not that hot, but I still feel like that's really important to these plants, especially the anthurium, because they have the most roots. They're in water mostly, they're always moist. You guys don't see that, do you? Man, why is this stuff so dusty? I have little fans, LED. I don't know. No, I have little fans down under here that turn off at night when I have the power go off on the lights. But that big fan, little big fan, I call it a little big fan, but it's always on. I would prefer using peat moss instead of tree fern, to be honest. But I don't know if we're allowed to do that. I really don't. I don't know if that's... It's so nice and light. It makes everything nice. Which do you guys think? I mean, what... You guys are very knowledgeable, so let me know what you think in the comments. I don't think you should have one substrate like that. It just seems like that wouldn't be a good idea. Tree fern is very rugged, which I think is what makes it so nice, but added in with the peat moss makes it nice and cool. And makes it more of a substrate. We're gonna need to eat soon. It's past, well, it's 2 o'clock. I've been doing this for 2 hours now. I usually eat lunch around 10:30. since I'm up so early. I was so excited when my mail came. It's like, gotta do it. I wanna do my plants. So, I haven't even watered yet today, guys. I still have watering to do. My queen needs water. By golly, when she wants water, she gets water. These are such beautiful leaves. I love these new leaves that are growing out. So pretty. Hummus. Fairly certain pumice holds water more than perlites. So that's something to consider too when mixing this up. Which is why I will now switch to perlite. Guys, this is why I like having my own stuff. Although kind of a pain, it's a lot more flexible than buying a mix and just using it. And perlite is not expensive. This is when I always make a mess. It's so light, it flies all over. My husband's gonna put up shelves back here. I think over on this side. I'm looking really forward to that. I can't fill it yet, but my plants are growing and they're growing fast. And I'm gonna need that. All the wall space in here eventually is gonna be in shelves with plants. I think it's finally dawned on me that that's the case. But I do want it to look nice. I don't want it to look like a greenhouse in here. I don't like that. I just want foliage as much as possible. Foliage. But I am planning on probably, because I'm going to keep building up my anthurium, I'll start putting them, spreading them out over where the other table is, where most of these, like the alocasias sit over there, not over here. And then I'll move the alocasias out over in the corner that you saw over there that's pretty bare. Put up another grow light over there. And that should be good. I think this is good. This is pretty good. Maybe just one more. I my book, you can't have enough perlite to mix, really. You don't want that heavy stuff around the roots. I feel like it's all in my throat. I want her down in there. I think that's good. She may not like it without all that air, but I can't help it. Eventually, I'll have all these slits going on in here. I'll just repot again. Guys, how many times do I have to forget Maiko? I mean, she's Louise. I'm completely out. Of course I'm completely out. Of course. And I didn't bring my other bottle. It just cracks me up how many times us creators do that. All right, I'm gonna get some because I did a lot of messing with her roots. Kept it running. Really turn off my video, but I forgot. Stuff stinks so bad. Yeah, that's plenty. I may not supposed to be putting it up this high or that stem down that low, but I'm doing it. Feel like it'll be okay. Feel like that is fine. Usually up more than I thought, but it's so light, it's just floats. It's a world of difference between my mix and Molly's when you lift it. Like when I lift the queen, or if I lift one of those other bigger pots that was Molly's, oh my word, it's night and day. That's good enough. I really wanted to get this part down under the soil, but I don't know. Guess I could. It's so light. She's gonna like it. She's gonna like it a lot. I just love plants like this, where there's just no fuss whatsoever. You just have to repot it once a year. Although I've done it twice. Actually, this is my third time. First bringing her home, and then putting her in that other pot, naked root pot, and now this one. And all of them have been 8 inches. I've never had to upsize her. Now we're gonna go water our plants that we just potted up, and then we will call it a day. Okay, here we are. We're gonna water this little guy first. I wanna get him all, I know that his roots are already wet, but I need to I wanna rinse this through. That's what you want to see, is that kind of drainage. I know what I forgot. I need my pouring can for my, why do I keep forgetting what this is? Starts with B. It's nuts. I keep thinking of Bonai. Oh, painful. I still haven't thought about it. I can't think of the name. You're hollering at me, I know you are. That's not helpful. It's not helpful, guys. I just can't. My sugar must be getting low. Begonia. It's Begonia. Figured it out. It took me a while. Before I do that, I need to move these others. Okay. see very well. Fighting with me is what this thing is. Takes a long time to get the dirt or the mix wet, but once you get it wet the first time, it doesn't take long to water. You can't see, but it's down in my sink, so it's just taking it a while to get down through, like you can see here. Making its way down. See if I can get you better. Put a little fertilizer in. Spritzer leaves. It's going crazy. It's got a mind of its own. All right, guys. So this is where we are after a good day of repotting. This is her spot next to the other monstera that I repotted last week. Looks beautiful. I still haven't figured out how I want my plants. I feel like it's a never-ending challenge is to figure out how you want your plants. But for right now, This is where they are, or she is. I had her up on the table, but I moved my philodendron Patriciae right there. And I have my begonia there right now, but I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it there because that's a lot of light. Typically, I keep her right here. She was in that little pot, but that's where I typically keep her because she gets enough light. She's in indirect light. But right now there's no sun out. As you can see, we've got rain right now, possibly turning into freezing rain, I think. So pretty. So that's where she sits for the time being. And here's where, sorry, I'm still choking over the stuff. This is I gotta show you this. Look at this leaf. It's grown so much. And I just recorded last week. I think I had him in. He was all tucked in just up through here. But now look at him, 1 week's time. I can't wait. And then I also have a new bud forming on my orchid. And here's where I keep the Frydek. Again, not in direct light. He reaches for the light, but I feel like I said, he's never been this big. So I'm just gonna keep him there. He's happy there. What else? Oh, the star of the show. My cute little baby rainbow hedgehog. This is his home next to his friend, Grandma Cactus. I just love that little guy. Look how cute. I think he'll be happy here. It might take him a while to adapt though without the dirt. I don't know. I hope not. But she's doing fine. She doesn't have any dirt either, so we'll see. One thing, I don't have saucers for them. They didn't come with those two pots, but for now this is fine. At least I could find some that fit decently. Oh, I want to show you growth. So when I last videoed my Patriciae here, the moss was about right there. And I had to add more because the roots are growing into it so much. And look at that leaf. I think it's like freaking out because it doesn't know where the light is. I don't know if it's looking for the window or if it's looking for the grow light. And so I moved it closer to this bright Soltech light. So I'm hoping that he goes out this way so we're even, but he'll go wherever he wants to go. And then look at this, my philodendron caprea leaf. So this is a brand new leaf. It's still hardening off. And then I got one underneath as well. This is just beautiful. I'm so glad I got this plant and he's doing well. Now this will be my next up pot. So right now he's in that weird 3.5 inch, or no, this is the 4 inch that we just put my begonia in. But right now, I don't see it using the moss yet, but I suspect within the next 3 to 4 months, it's going to be using it, and I'm going to have to probably either up pot it or just simply start moving the moss up. But I'm so happy I got that plant. I think he's going to do great. And then my pretty Hoya that has these beautiful new leaves. Look at this. This is the biggest yet. This is the Australia Lisa, I think. Turn it that way. Look at those. It's gorgeous. No growth with the repot of the black velvet yet, but you can't expect it to grow in a week. I do need to water it because it's dry. So I got to do my watering now, guys. So I'm going to cut this short. I've got growth happening down in here. You can see the, oh, I got to get down here. See this here? It's a brand new leaf coming out. If that's bigger than this long one that it just put out about 2 months ago, that'll be cool. I like to see bigger leaves, but if it wants to keep pushing out for me, the happier I am. Now I repotted this one a couple months back as well, which I videoed. I believe it was in November. It was the day that I had a not so fun recording day, not so fun plant day. And it's doing great. It loves my mix. All of these down here are in my new mix. Now something's happening here. I believe this was, I used the fertilizer that I bought from, well, I won't say. The fertilizer I used, I think did that. And I'm not going to use that fertilizer anymore. It's discoloring all the leaves. And it's happened to a few of my plants now. And it's not cool. It's just not cool. So I love these plants. They're so cute. And then look at all the growth here. All my babies are growing out. For those of you that don't know, I put all the babies, corms that I grew, back in with the mother plant. So this is the mother plant, and then I put all the babies back in once they started growing for me, and the same with this one. And then we have this baby here. She says, "Mommy, Daddy left me and big boy and didn't take us anywhere. Very sad. I feel bad for the babies. She's very precious. You're very nice. Yeah. You can stay home with Mommy. Yeah. It's raining and cold. There's no reason for babies to be in the cold rain." All right. Here are my, which I need to also water, I'm sure. This is my black Alocasia corms that you guys were with me in the last video when I was doing my repot. I think that's a new growth happening there. I better not touch it. So there's 4 corms. 1, 2, 3. Wait, oh, 4. This one's really small. The moss is still nice and damp. Now look at this. So, sorry for the cord there, but now when I brought this pretty baby home, it was this long, but I cut most of that off in that video. So all of this is new growth here. You can see, so all this here and down's new growth. And then up here, you see that it's starting to grow as well because it's starting to fill in the back where over here it used to be all, you know, this is the front. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love that plant. It also needs water, so it grows really nice in here. Really likes it. I try to come through here and make sure all of the leaves aren't stuck, because this is macrame things nice, but it's not ideal. It's just kind of choking almost to the plant. If you just have to come in and make sure that you lift up the leaves. And then my Monstera Peru. It's kind of dark in here. But all of this is new growth. So all of this is new growth. All of this is new growth. All of this is new growth. And then all of this. She's beautiful. Very happy plants since I bought her. Yep. And then this poor sad thing. All right, look at this leaf. This is what happens when it sits too long. I don't think this was the winter. I believe this was just that when I got it, the roots were really tight. She expanded real nice in here, started taking over, but she just didn't, the leaf sat too long, I think, and that's what caused this. It wasn't the winter. I could be wrong, but that leaf would have been a stunner, wouldn't it? And then the other new growth is my new little Michelle Hoffmani. You can see here, he's growing right there. This is always growing, my Zamora. This is now up here where, I'm not sure what this, I cut this off. But look at this, if I could find it. But this aroids are going crazy in here, guys. This is another one I have to up-pot. And look at my Michelle. She's gonna give me another leaf. And she's giving me a crazy flower, which I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna keep. Thinking about maybe trying my hand at pollinizing it, but I don't know. Just dodo. And then my beautiful Luxurian, my favorite leaf of all time. But look at this sad leaf. I can get him out here without hurting my queen. All right, I can't, I'll hurt the queen, so this is all you get. Look at this. How sad is that? It's hardening off now, but it's even bigger. I would say it's the same size as the other one, maybe a little longer, but it's all jacked up. Makes me sad. So he has to face the corner. Baby's in the corner. And then there's my queen, who is very dry, and I need to get her in for some watering. But this is her brand new leaf, still coming out. I don't think it'll be any bigger than these others. It's been pretty much the same, but I think once I up-pot that, which I need to do once this hardens off, that'll be my #1 priority. It's to get that out of there and put her in a 10-inch or the same size pot here. This is an 8, that's a 9 1/4. Or I think this is an 8 tall. Can't swear to it. Then we've got growth everywhere, guys. We've got growth happening here on my Anthurium Winlingeri. There you go. And then here. We've got growth on the Andean, which is another one that needs repotted. And then no growth here. This is still the new leaf, still hardening up. for the Queen of Hearts. And then come down here, and then we are going to be done. I've got my first leaf of the Anthurium King Veitchii coming out. What do I got going on in here? Anything? I put moss on these last night, I think. Yep, look at that, guys. It only took overnight. See? That leaf's coming out. Yeah, I'm excited now. These guys haven't grown a new leaf for a while. Just needed a little moss. And look at this, my Bessier got a leaf. And then, I don't know. So this pendens, that has been my, sorry, I'm sitting on my microphone. It's been a challenge. So I repotted him not long ago, a few weeks ago, that I recorded. And that's still doing something, but what, I don't know. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be a leaf? I have no idea, but I don't even know if I planted it right, guys. This is the weirdest plant. I almost feel like it needs to be growing on a tree. I don't know. I may repot that into like a moss pole or something. I don't know. And then here's my newest leaf, which got jacked up. This is probably from, well, when I bought it. No, this is my leaf. This is my leaf on its own here. So it's probably the winter. Because when I bought this leaf was the new leaf. And then when I got it, I repotted it. But that's the newest leaf, still hardening off. Sure would have been pretty. And then my King Clarinarium. This is the newest leaf that I've under my care. Nothing growing that I can see in here, not yet. And then this is the brand new leaf still coming out of the other Michelle that was hooked on to the one up there above it. So this is the newest leaf from winter. The most perfect leaf is my Queen of Hearts. That's the perfect leaf that came out during winter time. And then we have my other leaf here of the other luxurians. Now they called it, I bought this thinking it's luxurians, but I don't know, guys. I'm almost wondering if it's that, I can't think, it starts with an R, cross lux. It doesn't look like the luxurian that I have up there, but maybe it's too young. There she is, very sad. As you can tell, I've been holding that with my hand, and it's putting a hurting on my fingers. So, all right, I am done. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. And if something's blinking at me in the corner and I don't know what it means, we'll find out. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.